Good afternoon. My name is Raymond Verdeger. I am an artist engraver, and today I will show how I am doing my cuts, how I engrave live. Live means that I don't use a drawing, a preliminary drawing, or I don't use a photo to do my woodcut. I go on site. I take my backpack, I take my tools, I take clothes in case the weather change, and sometimes some food and water. I walk to the site, and when I arrive on site, I try to locate which is the best positioning I can have in order to have the view. Also, I have to decide if I will do my view vertically or horizontally. That will completely change the feeling and the composition. Also, I have to find a way to sit that is comfortable, sometimes a bench, sometimes I bring my own seat, and also that I will be in a peace and not to be too disturbed if there is people passing by or looking at what I do. So this is the way I proceed. I'm using an ordinary cutter, and I use the cutter to cut into the wood. I do a V groove, what is called. I do, in fact, a double cut, if you want to say, in order to get one line. Um, Other than that, I have to explain that the ruler that I use is rather exceptional, but in this case, it's very useful because the structure is very geometrical, and it helps me as a guide not so much to do alignment, but to cut deep into the fiber of the wood. The fiber sometimes is resisting the cut, so if you don't have a guide, the line might not be very, very good, very precise. It doesn't matter so much when I do the curve. I don't need any pattern to help me out. But in order to do the perfect straight line on the wood, I need it because of the problem of the fiber. This would not be a problem if it was, let's say, linoleum, because linoleum doesn't have a real structure to cut into. With the wood, you have to go against something created by nature, and so it's a little bit more involving. I use also a regular nail brush, and I brush very often my block in order to get rid of all the little pieces that could be a problem for cutting, but also give me more clarity of the work to eliminate these little tiny pieces of wood. Um, the idea of working outside is also implies that you have to be aware of the elements, whatever they are. Uh, Maybe sometimes the weather, mainly that changes. So you have to make sure that you dress accordingly if it's very hot or very cold, and also if the weather might change suddenly to windy or rainy or snowy eventually. So this is very important to plan um, because that's a little bit your survival. Your health is also involved on this experience of cutting outdoors. Thank you very much for listening to me.